What is branch in Git? To understand this concept, you can imagine a real tree, where branches are grown from the trunk of tree and fall down after a certain period. Similarly in Git, you can create branches and delete them. As you start making commits, that is updating your project and saving it, initially you are presented the master branch by Git, which is the default branch. So with the help of these branches, you can actually create a separate line for development of your project. I think you are confused at this point. Alright, let's understand it with a short example. Now suppose you are a developer and you have created some kind of application. It may be for any reason, like for restaurant or shop, or you can just imagine any reason. See, right now reason doesn't matter. What matters is you created an application by your own. So suddenly some kind of lightning hit your mind and you thought that why not just add some more features to this application, and you started working on it. And when you finish adding this feature, you just realize that you have a friend who is actually senior in terms of programming and who can help you in testing your application. Until the time he tests it, you just add some more special functions to the same application code. Later, after your friend responded to cut off the unwanted feature that you added previously, which will just cause trouble in future, and maybe it's just increasing your application file size. Now as you were doing this task in a linear way, the only option left with you is to delete all the code. Just because if you delete some part of it, it may happen that your code may get some glitches and errors which may have some kind of dependencies with the main code. Even there is a possibility of code getting crashed completely. But if you use branches, the scenario will be totally different. Let's consider the same scenario using branches. You developed an application. Now here you can consider this app code is on master branch. After that you decided to add more features to it, but this time you created separate branch for it, which you named it as feature branch, and started developing the features for it. Then you decided to give your code to your friend for testing purpose. Until the time he tests out, you again created new branch, named it as special function branch, and started to develop some kind of special functions to it. And now just imagine your friend said to cut off this unwanted feature. Since you were using branches, so you will just need to delete this feature branch, and by this your main code will not get affected. So this is the benefit of using branches. Now that you have known to the branches, you can easily understand how it works internally. So when you first commit, Git creates commit object. Actually there are three main types of object that Git stores. First one is the blob, second one is the tree, and the third is the commit. In blob you will get to see only the content that is present inside the file and not the metadata like creation time and all that stuff. So this blob is recognized by SHA-1 hash code, and this hash code is usually represented by 40 characters hexadecimal number. So for now we will just consider only the first few characters of it. Then comes the next object, which is tree. In this you will get to see directories. These trees are also recognized by SHA-1 hash code, and this refer to the blobs or the new tree. Like for example, this tree is referring to the previous blob object that we saw and which has some content in it. For now let's assume the content is ABNIKS. And now comes the commit object. This contains pointer to the main tree. That is, it will have everything in it like tree SHA-1 hash code. If there is any previous commit done before this commit, then it will have parent, but in our case we don't have any previous commit done before, so the value of parent will be null. Also it contains author name and the message that you have typed while performing commit operation. And this commit object is also recognized by SHA-1 hash code. Now that you know commit object holds the whole snapshot, let's find out how branches work. you can see this is represented as your master branch, which is provided by Git. If you are just starting your journey with Git, once you install Git on your machine, you will not see this kind of figures. These figures are just to display internal workings. So these are the commit operations, which are nothing but a snapshots. And this is your SHA-1 hash code of commit. Now if I had showed this figure at the early stage of this video, it would be really difficult for you to understand as a beginner. Also, one more thing to add, especially for the beginners, see, these things are little advanced, and right now you don't need to mug up each and everything. At this moment, even if you know what are branches and what commands are used to deal with these branches, like how to create and all that stuff, it's really more than enough. But only for the video purpose, I will just introduce you this part, so in future you can easily relate these things. Alright, so there will be a head pointer also, which will be always pointing at your current branch. Due to this head pointer, Git gets to know exactly on which branch you are on. So now we are currently working on master branch, so it would be pointing at master branch. When you create new branch with the help of git branch command, like here our new branch name is feature branch, it will create a new pointer to the same commit. Also, there will be a head pointer which will be pointing on the master branch right now, which means you are not working on new branch, you are still on the master branch. But if you switch the branch with the help of git checkout command, the head pointer will be pointing to the new branch, which is feature branch in our case. Now you can add the features in this branch and commit it. And once you perform commit operation while you are in feature branch, at this point the head pointer and the branch will move forward to the new commit that you have made. This simply means that you are working on the new branch. Again, if you want to switch back to the master branch, you just use git checkout and the branch name, which is master. So now the head pointer will be pointing to the master branch again. And again, if you commit some changes while you are in master branch, you will have new SHA-1 hash code, just because this hash code are unique. If you change any content about the commit, it will have a new SHA-1 hash code. And this branch will get diverse into separate branch. That means the changes you have made in the file will get isolated in separate branches. If you want, you can switch between these branches and merge them together at the end, especially if you are working under a team. And that's how the branches work internally. Hope you have got it. If not, it's completely fine. You can just check out some commands to deal with these branches. To create a new branch in Git, you can use git branch command. To switch to that branch, you can use git checkout command. If you want to create a new branch and switch to that branch in one single command, you can use this command. To delete a branch, you can use this command. To merge a branch, you can simply follow these two steps. First, git checkout and then use git merge. Here I am merging feature branch with master branch. To rename a branch, first you need to check that you are currently on master branch. You can do that by using git status. With this, you can check whether you are on master branch or not. Now once you know that, and suppose if you are not on the master branch, then you can use git checkout master command. And once you are on master, you can rename the branch that you want by using this command. Example, suppose here I am changing feature branch to a special branch. And to see this, you can run git branch. With this, all your branches will be listed. So that's all for this video. Hope you have learned something, and thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you in my next video. Bye.